Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Easy English Pod, where learning English feels less like studying and more like hanging out with friends who accidentally teach you useful things.
And today's episode is about something people ask all the time in English conversations.
Your job.
Yep, one of the first questions people ask when they meet someone is, "So, what do you do?"
Which sounds simple,
But can become stressful very quickly for English learners.
because many people know their job title in English.
But they don't know how to talk about their work naturally like native speakers do.
Exactly.
And today, we're going to help everyone sound smoother, more confident, and more natural when talking about work in English.
Whether you're a student, freelancer, business owner, teacher, engineer, designer, remote worker, or still figuring life out,
This episode will help you survive job conversations without panic.
which is important because job conversations happen everywhere.
Parties, interviews, family gatherings, airports, networking events,
Even random taxi rides sometimes.
especially random taxi rides.
So let's start with the most common question. What do you do?
Such a short question, but it carries so much social pressure sometimes.
Very true.
So if someone asks, "What do you do?"
A natural answer could be, I work in marketing.
or "I'm a software developer."
Or, I work for a tech company.
Notice something important there?
What?
Native speakers often describe the field first, not the detailed position immediately.
Ooh, yes. That makes conversations feel more relaxed.
Exactly. Instead of giving your entire professional history,
You give a simple, friendly answer first.
then continue naturally if the person is interested.
Another super common phrase is, I work as a,
Very useful.
like, I work as a graphic designer.
Or, "I work as a nurse."
Simple, clean, and natural English.
You know what's funny though?
What?
People often prepare job answers that sound too formal,
Oh, yes.
like they're giving a speech instead of having a conversation.
Exactly. Native speakers usually sound casual.
Like, "I mostly work with clients. I handle social media. I teach English online."
Those sound much more natural in real conversation.
Because work conversations are often social before they're professional.
That's actually a really important point.
Another thing native speakers do is simplify difficult job titles.
Ooh, yes. Somebody might technically be Senior Digital Communications Strategy Coordinator, but in conversation, they'll just say, I work in communications.
Exactly.
English speakers often shorten complicated work explanations.
Especially during casual conversations.
Another useful phrase learners should know is, I've been working there for,
Ah, yes, very common.
like, I've been working there for 3 years.
Or, "I've been working remotely since last year."
Working remotely became super common recently,
Definitely. Remote work completely changed workplace vocabulary.
which means modern English job conversations sound different now.
Very different.
English speakers now say things like, I work from home,
Or, "My schedule is flexible."
or I'm in meetings all day.
Which secretly means I'm emotionally exhausted.
Exactly.
You know what's interesting though?
What?
People don't just talk about jobs.
People talk about how jobs make them feel.
Yes.
Like, my job is stressful. I love what I do. Work has been crazy lately.
Native speakers constantly connect work and emotions,
Because jobs affect daily life so much.
especially energy levels.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody works overtime for 1 week and suddenly forgets how to function as a human.
Workplace survival mode.
Exactly.
Another useful phrase is, what's it like?
Such a natural follow-up question.
For example, I'm a teacher.
Then someone asks, "Oh really? What's that like?"
That keeps the conversation flowing naturally,
And native speakers love asking follow-up questions about jobs,
especially if the job sounds interesting or difficult.
which explains why some people get trapped in 20-minute conversations about spreadsheets,
Office workers everywhere are nodding right now.
respectfully exhausted.
But not all work conversations are easy.
Oh no.
Sometimes people talk about stressful jobs, difficult bosses, awkward coworkers, or feeling burned out.
Next, we're diving into real workplace English, stressful workdays, overtime, work culture, and the phrases native speakers use when work becomes chaotic.
Including one phrase almost every employee says at least once a week.
And once you hear it, you'll start noticing it everywhere.
Now we're entering the emotional side of job conversations.
Workplace stress.
Because once people become comfortable talking,
The truth about work slowly starts coming out.
exactly.
At first, someone says, "Yeah, work's been good."
Then 5 minutes later, I'm completely exhausted.
That's how real workplace conversations happen.
So let's talk about some natural English expressions native speakers use when discussing stressful jobs.
One of the most common phrases ever, "Work has been crazy lately."
Oh, yes.
Native speakers say this constantly.
And notice something important.
What?
Crazy here doesn't literally mean insane.
Exactly. It means extremely busy, stressful, or overwhelming.
Like, work has been crazy this week.
That sentence sounds incredibly natural.
Another super common phrase is, I've been swamped.
Ah, yes. Excellent workplace English.
Swamped means extremely busy.
Like drowning in tasks.
Or emails.
Especially emails.
Office workers receive one email and somehow 5 more appear instantly.
Email multiplication technology.
Scientifically unexplained.
Another phrase people say all the time is, "I'm running on coffee."
Which basically means my energy is surviving through caffeine and determination.
Mostly caffeine.
Mostly.
You know what's funny though?
What?
Workplace English is full of emotional exaggeration.
So true.
Someone attends 3 meetings and suddenly says, "I'm mentally drained."
Which honestly still feels accurate somehow.
Very accurate.
Another useful phrase learners should know is, I have a deadline.
Extremely important workplace vocabulary.
A deadline means the final date something must be completed.
Native speakers say things like, "I'm stressed because I have a deadline tomorrow."
Or, we're trying to finish everything before the deadline.
And once deadlines appear,
Human peace disappears.
immediately.
Another common phrase is, I'm behind on work.
Meaning your tasks are not finished on time.
Like, I'm really behind on emails.
That sentence alone causes stress.
Even hearing it feels exhausting.
You know another natural expression?
What?
I've got a lot on my plate.
Oh, yes.
Such a useful phrase.
It means you have many responsibilities or problems at the same time.
And native speakers use it everywhere, not only for jobs.
Like, I can't go out tonight. I've got a lot on my plate right now.
Very natural conversational English.
You know what's interesting about workplace conversations, though?
What?
People often bond through complaining about work.
That is unbelievably true.
Coworkers become friends through shared stress.
Shared emotional damage creates connection.
Exactly.
Like 2 coworkers making eye contact during a long meeting.
Instant understanding.
No words needed.
Another workplace phrase native speakers use constantly is, my boss is on my case.
Ah, yes.
Meaning your boss keeps pressuring or criticizing you.
Usually because of deadlines or mistakes.
Another one is, I need a break.
One of the most emotionally powerful workplace sentences.
Especially after long hours of work.
Or nonstop meetings.
Speaking of meetings,
Dangerous topic.
native speakers say things like, this meeting could have been an email.
Oh, yes.
Office workers worldwide just smiled.
Universally understood suffering.
Another common phrase is, I'm burnt out.
Very important phrase.
Burnout means emotional and physical exhaustion from too much stress or work.
And sadly, many people relate to it.
Which is why work-life balance became such a huge topic recently.
Definitely.
Native speakers now say things like, I'm trying to find a better work-life balance.
Meaning they want time for both work and personal life.
Because nobody wants life to become only deadlines and stress.
Exactly.
But not all job conversations are negative.
Oh no.
Sometimes people genuinely love their jobs.
That's true. Let's talk about dream jobs, career goals, promotions, and the English native speakers use when they're excited about work.
Including the phrases people say when they finally get good news at work.
Exactly.
Which instantly changes their whole mood.
And honestly, those are some of the best conversations to have.
We've talked about stress, deadlines, exhaustion, and survival through coffee.
which honestly describes most modern jobs.
Very accurately.
But now let's talk about the positive side of work.
The exciting side.
Dream jobs, promotions, career goals, and finally enjoying what you do.
Because not every work conversation is stressful.
Some people genuinely light up when talking about their jobs.
And honestly, you can hear the difference immediately.
Absolutely.
So let's start with a supernatural phrase. I really enjoy what I do.
That sentence sounds so warm and confident.
Native speakers use it when they genuinely like their work.
Another common one is, I'm passionate about my work.
Ooh, yes, that sounds strong emotionally.
Because passionate means deeply interested and emotionally connected to something.
Like teaching, music, design, medicine, photography.
Or any job people feel proud of.
Another useful phrase learners should know is, it's rewarding.
Excellent workplace vocabulary.
A rewarding job makes you feel fulfilled or satisfied emotionally.
Native speakers often say it's challenging but rewarding.
Which honestly describes many meaningful careers.
Very true.
You know what's interesting, though?
What?
People don't always love every part of their jobs.
But they might still love the purpose behind it.
Exactly.
Like teachers loving students but hating paperwork.
Or doctors loving helping people but hating long hours.
Every job has a beautiful chaos side.
Wow, that sounded poetic.
Workplace philosophy has entered the podcast.
Clearly.
Another very common phrase is, I got promoted.
Oh, yes.
One of the happiest workplace sentences ever.
A promotion means moving to a higher position at work.
Usually with more responsibility.
And hopefully more money.
Hopefully.
Native speakers say things like, I just got promoted last month.
Or she got promoted to manager.
Those conversations usually sound excited and proud.
Because promotions feel like recognition.
Exactly.
Another natural phrase is, I'm moving up in my career.
Meaning your professional life is improving step by step.
Native speakers also say, I'm trying to grow professionally.
Very modern workplace English.
Especially among young professionals.
You know what's funny, though?
What?
Job conversations become completely different depending on age.
So true.
Younger people often ask, what do you want to do in the future?
Older adults ask, how's work going?
And retired people say, enjoy your free time while you still can.
Universal retirement wisdom.
Exactly.
Another useful expression is, I'm looking for new opportunities.
Ah, yes.
Very common when someone wants to change jobs.
And notice how professional that sounds.
Much softer than, I hate my job and want to escape immediately.
Which may also be emotionally true.
Very emotionally true sometimes.
Another natural phrase people use is, I'm learning a lot.
That's such a positive way to describe work experience.
Especially for beginners or people starting new careers.
Like, the job is challenging, but I'm learning a lot.
That sounds motivated and mature.
Exactly.
You know another workplace phrase native speakers use constantly?
What?
I wear many hats.
Oh, yes.
Such a useful idiom.
It means someone handles many different responsibilities at work.
Especially in small companies or startups.
Like, I do marketing, customer support, and design. I wear many hats.
That sentence sounds very fluent.
You know what people secretly want, though?
What?
A job that pays well, feels meaningful, has nice coworkers, low stress, flexible hours, and unlimited vacation.
So basically a mythical creature.
Exactly.
But honestly, workplace happiness matters a lot.
Definitely.
Which is why native speakers often ask, do you enjoy your job?
Because jobs affect daily emotions so strongly.
Energy, sleep, confidence, stress levels.
Everything.
But work conversations become even more interesting when people start talking about coworkers.
Oh, yes.
Because next,
We're diving into office personalities, difficult coworkers, funny workplace situations, and the English native speakers use to describe people at work.
including the one coworker every office somehow has.
And once we describe them, everybody listening will instantly recognize someone.
We're entering one of the most entertaining parts of workplace English.
Coworkers.
Because every workplace has different personalities.
Every workplace.
The super organized coworker.
The always late coworker.
The quiet one.
The one who somehow turns every 5-minute conversation into a 40-minute life story.
And the person who replies, "Per my last email,"
Which secretly means, please read what I already explained.
office language is emotionally layered.
Deeply layered.
So let's talk about some natural English expressions native speakers use when describing coworkers.
One super common phrase is, we get along really well.
Very useful expression.
It means you have a good relationship with someone.
Like, my team gets along really well.
Or, I get along with most of my coworkers.
That sounds friendly and natural.
Another common phrase is, she's easy to work with.
Ooh, yes.
Native speakers use this constantly to describe kind, cooperative coworkers.
Which honestly becomes more valuable the older you get.
Absolutely.
A peaceful coworker can improve your entire workday.
While one difficult coworker can emotionally destroy Monday morning.
Instantly.
Another natural phrase is, he's hard to work with.
Which is the professional way of saying this person creates stress everywhere they go.
Exactly.
Native speakers often soften criticism at work.
Especially in professional environments.
Instead of saying she's rude.
They say, she can be difficult sometimes.
Which sounds softer, but still communicates the message.
Workplace English is full of hidden emotional meanings.
Another phrase learners should know is, we're short-staffed.
Very common workplace expression.
It means there aren't enough employees working.
Which usually leads to stress and extra responsibilities.
Like, we've been short-staffed lately, so everybody's exhausted.
That sentence feels emotionally realistic.
Extremely realistic.
You know what's funny, though?
What?
You'll always run into one coworker who knows everything.
Oh, yes.
The unofficial office guide.
The person who knows passwords, schedules, systems, secrets.
And somehow fixes problems nobody else understands.
Every workplace secretly depends on that person.
Deeply.
Another common phrase people say is, we're under pressure.
Meaning work stress is high.
Native speakers say things like, the whole team is under pressure right now.
Especially during important projects or deadlines.
Another useful phrase, we had a last-minute problem.
Ah, yes, workplace chaos vocabulary.
Last-minute problems create instant panic everywhere.
Especially before presentations.
Or meetings.
Or technology failures.
Which always happen at the worst possible time.
Always.
Another very natural phrase is, I'm still getting the hang of it.
Excellent expression for beginners.
It means you're still learning and becoming comfortable with something.
Like, I just started the job, so I'm still getting the hang of it.
That sounds humble and natural.
You know something important about workplace English, though?
What?
Confidence matters more than perfect grammar sometimes.
Ooh, yes.
Because communication at work is really about clarity and connection.
Not sounding like a textbook robot.
Exactly.
Native speakers make mistakes too.
Constantly.
But they continue speaking naturally and confidently.
And honestly, that's one of the biggest goals for English learners.
Feeling relaxed while speaking.
Especially in work conversations.
Because job discussions can feel intimidating.
But after today's episode,
you now know natural workplace phrases native speakers actually use.
From what do you do to I've been swamped.
To I'm still getting the hang of it. Which means your English already sounds more conversational and professional than before.
And probably more confident too.
Hopefully.
Definitely.
All right, everybody. We hope this episode helped work-related English feel easier, more natural, and less stressful.
Because English becomes much more enjoyable when it sounds like real life.
And real life includes deadlines, coworkers, coffee, awkward meetings, and trying to survive Mondays.
Especially Mondays.
If you enjoyed spending time with us today,
don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more real English podcast conversations.
We've got more fun, relatable, and useful English topics coming soon.
And trust me, the next conversation is going to feel very familiar.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Take care.
Keep practicing your English.
And hopefully, keep your meetings short.